Okay, no, it won't be marked. You just have to highlight your choice and select it. It just has to be set to messages. Yeah. So what you want to do is go through your various folders and make sure all of them are set to messages, because if it's not, then sometimes it'll hide. Sometimes it'll hide stuff and it'll look like it's empty, but there might be stuff in there still. Okay, yeah, the contacts and calendars, I mean, that won't have any entries towards your size limit. So, I mean, I'm talking more like deleted items, drafts. So just go through those folders and make sure, and then just clean it out a little bit, and like look for large files, like I said, like the ones that say MB next to them, and just go ahead and clear it out, and you should be okay after that. No problem. Bye-bye.
That was terrible.
I mean, how many times did I repeat the same thing over and over?
Well, still counting at your size. You just want to go.
You? What are y'all doing? Has anybody looked at the issue? Who deals with the
Do I still need to
OAPs?
run these updates? Or is that already done?
Datatel times
that's what
out.
it was doing
If they're on
before.
Datatel and they're at the OAPs, it times out every couple minutes and they have to keep logging in again.
It's all security.
Well, what they're doing is WTS1, the remote email.
Are they?
Yeah, let it go.
We just had a meeting with some of the people with the OAPs about something else, and they mentioned that, so I wanted to report it. Yeah, they said that when they're in Datatel, they have to like continuously log out and log back on. I mean, have to continuously log on because it times out when they're in Datatel out at the OAPs.
Right, so the remote desktop connection is not timed, right?
I didn't get, I'm talking to people that really don't know. They're trying to use
Yeah.
Datatel and went for whatever, something they have to keep logging into. Whether it's the remote desktop
I'm guessing it's remote desktop.
or what,
Because it times out probably.
some times
I don't have the access.
Because I didn't think Datatel should time out. Yeah.
It will.
Will it? Datatel?
Yeah. If you
I thought it was
If you leave it
if
in there
you leave
overnight,
it open overnight
lock
and then
up.
you run it and you try to run it, you do something, it'll air out and poop out and all kind of crap.
oh, it
I
air,
know.
no matter how many times you click
Right.
OK, you have to just close it and open
Yeah.
it back up. That's if that happens every time that I leave with Datatel on. When I come back the next day, it's toast. I have to close it and open it.
So is it that remote connection that times out, you think?
That's their only way to get to it.
Okay.
Because they're on our network, but not really.
They said it times out like
Well,
within a couple minutes.
Actually, they're not on our network, are they?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure the setup
Well,
there.
but what it is I guess he's allowed them to come through and be able to remote our WTS1 server. That's the same, the same thing Mac users use with Datatel.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if there's like a timeout policy on this terminal server. There could be. I know Datatel is, but that's a long timeout. If you haven't done anything in a day, you deserve
like
to
I
be
said,
kicked
when
out.
she said it, it didn't sound right. But then I'm thinking it's a remote location, so they have to be
Okay.
connecting some other kind of way.
I'm gonna sit here inactive and just see.
I was talking to Jennifer Wolf and Cheryl Sharp.
Cheryl
Yeah.
Sharp.
I don't know Jennifer Wolf.
So I don't know.
Who else was in the meeting? Anybody from networking?
No. This was about Pikachu.
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 Isn't that Pokemon?
Yeah.
Cincinnati State
Pikachu is my
This is
code name
Kara.
for
How
my
can I help you?
project I'm working on.
Yeah, he's the little yellow guy.
Health records database.
And you call it Pikachu?
Yes. Because I'd like to have my job be fun.
That does sound fun.
My next
Are you gonna have
project's
a little
going to be
Pikachu
code name
dance around?
Bebop.
Bebop.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop anime.
Oh no. I remember Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Bebop. I don't care. I'm waiting on
Yeah.
Is it on
I
a
haven't had
laptop
lunch.
or a?
I'm waiting till
like
5.
I wanted to report that issue.
Oh.
Have I officially reported it, or what do I need to do?
Um,
Have I officially reported that issue?
you said Cheryl Sharp.
Yeah, Jennifer Wolf.
Wolf. Name I right? Sucks.
Timeout
Time
issue.
out.
I'm using DataTel.
Okay, so
but
you're putting it in
thinking
the
when
computer?
remote
I'll
desktop.
probably have to
Computer
log the ticket
tower?
for networking, but what I'll do
Okay.
first is
That's not just someone.
I'll see if
I remember-
WPS1
I remember
kicks me
doing it.
off.
Okay.
If I could get to.
Because they were looking for David. So,
Oh yeah.
Would there be anything out at Harrison where you would have to have
Automatic.
some sort of privileges to use like a USB drive, like
No.
a flash drive? Because
They're
Sharon,
only to install.
Sharon Harris said when she
Here it
put in
is.
her flash drive out in Harrison, it
Slash
like it, you know,
computer.
pulled, it had like a new hardware thing. And when she clicked on it, asked her for a username and password. And when she put in her username and password, it told her she didn't have sufficient clearance.
It was probably that U3 shit that they got on those drives.
What's that?
It's a software that's installed on it. And when it runs to install it, so she doesn't have administrative privileges.
So it's
on that
trying to
machine.
install something.
Yeah.
So if she went into the if she just went into my computer and like opened up her flash drive, she'd still be able to access the stuff on it.
She
Or?
should be able to, yes.
Okay.
Then I can look at the time.
It's just trying to install something. That's all it
Okay.
is.
Oh, duh! I spelled it wrong.
Alright,
Thirty.
thank you
She
for
is
holding.
in
Did you try to go into like my computer and like try to open the flash drive that way or? Okay.
You got a Frisbee pizza there, Ryan?
I would recommend the next time you try it.
see, I
I
don't have it
think
right.
what it's doing is I
Yes,
think it's
so,
trying to
I can-
install something when you plug your flash drive in, and you.
Oh, it's not connected because of duplicate.
Yeah.
It's in the network.
What a stupid U3.
that's nuts.
Yeah, it may be trying
Well,
to
anyway,
auto-install
yeah,
something
Alright,
that
guys.
you
I'll probably
might
have
not
to
have,
forward- I'll let them
privileges to do,
Thank
but
you, Eric.
should still be able to access it if you go into the start menu, or you may even have a My Computer icon on the desktop. But if you go into My Computer, there should be like it should say like removable disk and have like it depends where you plug it in, what letter it would be associated with it. But your flash drive should show up. You know, like if you go into My Computer, it'll show like your C drive and your disk drive, and it'll show up as like another drive, and you should be able to just double click on it, and it should open up, and you should be able to get into the files that are in there. Okay, and if not, just go ahead and give us a call. And we can see if we can. There's not a whole lot we can do from out here, but we can try to troubleshoot it further if that doesn't work. But it should. It sounds like it's just trying to install something, and you should still be able to access your
You should
files.
understand
on
it's
there.
been there if you've had told you 94 times.
No problem.
God, Google Blogger annoys the fuck out of me.
Did it install those updates?
Yep.
So
It
now
already
what?
rebooted.
Are we
Just-
done now?
I think so.
Just unplug it. Plug the next
Just
one in?
shut it down.
So how'd you
Shut
do?
it down for a minute.
Good. A lot of people are mean.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Come on.
There's some lady. Transfer me to IT. Transfer over to IT. She calls back. No, I meant IT. She was like the help desk. So I sent her up here.
Oh man, that was probably the lady that was freaking out about her email box being
Can I
full.
guess her name, Zach?
What's her name?
Albert?
No.
Michelle?
Did she have a really shitty attitude when she answered the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura Strand.
Shran.
That sounds like an attitude.
Yeah, that sounds like an attitude man.
She just sounds like. That's so awful that you can say that about somebody. I can just tell by your name here. What your parents named you, 35 years ago. That just. You're more. They all make a point to say that they're an adjunct.
Yeah, they do.
I'm an adjunct instructor.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Who the fuck gives a rat's ass?
I'd rather pretend to be a full-timer.
You're a full timer at heart, Zach. That's all that counts.
Oh, man. I still hate it when people ask me how I'm doing.
How you doing, Zach?
See, I don't care if you do.
Because you know I really care.
Yeah. It's like, how come I'm buried in fucking shit? I just now noticed that.
It's been like a half an hour.
I just now noticed it. I mean, I think I looked back and saw it, but I didn't give a single thought to it. Man, I'm gonna run my script now.